Right, hello you lovely tubers. Yules of Manchester Triumph have very kindly borrowed me this, and I've rode from work home with it, and now I'm going to take it out for a ride today. Now, what's it like to actually get out, stand up and to move it? You know, for 236 kilograms, it's actually quite easy to move. There we go, let's just pull out there. Really easy to move. Oh Rob, no, it's Yules of Manchester have let me ride it. What do you think? Isn't it beautiful? 1200 Speedmaster. You see, I can see you on one of them. No, yuck. I've ridden them since I was 10. Have a sit on it. Oh, it suits you already. Isn't it comfy? Lovely little bike. Yeah. 1200cc, the absolutely beautiful little thumper. Do you know something? It's 236 kilograms. Yeah, don't feel it. And that's because all the weight's low on it. Yeah, but when you ride it, and it's like if you sit on it, your gears, your changing gears are at the front, your brakes and your, yeah, fabulous little thing. Yeah, get your test passed and get on one. See you later, Rob. Right, people. Was my mood gone in there like that? Right, so we're going to clutch in, start her up, and we're going to fuel her up. So see you shortly. Right, I thought, people, we'll do a little bit just across the Grange. This bike is absolutely, the more you ride it, people, it's just stunning. Oh, it is a love relationship on this thing. I can see why people ride them. I only had 40 minutes last night. We're going out with a ride with back brake Tom. And it is one of these bikes you just get into, and it's so, honestly people, it's untrue, the lightness of it. You just do not feel any of the weight in this bike at all. And on the motorway, she is a little bit juddery when you get into top gear on it. I think it likes 5th gear on the motorways better, but you know, as you drop down a bit, it's just got, it has still got power right the way through the range. It is just truly like a little tractor. Love the sound of it. Absolutely love this. Honestly people, you can't hear it. You can't hear the true sound of it. I'll pull out my DJI microphone when I get up at JNS, and that will give a better sound bite to it. And to be honest, I think this is going to be my intro, this sound bite on this bike. It's just absolutely fabulous. Right, we'll knock you off until we get closer again. Hope you enjoy these little spells. Right, so at Stretton, the Cat and Lion here. So we'll just put you on for some nice little rides down the lanes towards Northwich, and then we're going JNS. And what a lovely day. It's cool though today. It is pretty cool. Now, like I say with this bike, This where we're going now. For me, are the sort of roads this bike would be on day in, day out if I owned it. They're just fantastic roads. This goes up into Northwich, people. And can you see yourself now? Sat on one of these yourself? Going around these lovely sweeping bends. Like an easy rider. Just absolutely taking it all in. Fabulous. This is where this bike absolutely belongs. This hasn't got that, but it's got wonderful power right the way through the range. It's got wonderful, the versatility and the lightness of this bike is untrue. It's just absolutely, people, you wouldn't, I know I keep on saying absolutely, but it is so true. It just rides so well, this bike. And like I say, I wouldn't want to be sat on a motorway. This is where I'd want to be sat. These back lanes. And it just goes round. Now that's the one side I would probably look at a lot, is the peg scrape if you go down a bit too far. Now whether people have done a fix on that, let me know on the channel, whether you just rise them pegs a little bit. I know, like Jordan was saying, you can adjust the actual the foot gear, so your actual gear change and your brake is central to the bike. I don't think I'd do it on this. I think it'd take it away, and it'd be, if you put it central, your legs would be far too tight. Now the other side is, I'm 5'10" with a roughly 29-30 inch leg. I'm comfortable. What you'd be like if you was 34 inch leg, you'd get away with that, I think, but not if you put the central controls on it. You'd be very cramped. But I did think, riding it, I'd end up with a little bit of backache. Not at all. The handlebars are fabulous the way, like I say, they take the strain off your shoulders. They absolutely take all the strain off your shoulders. They drop it down. I know I've watched a couple of people now last night that actually even put bar risers on it. I wouldn't bother putting bar risers on this. Don't need it. Really doesn't. This is going down to Anderton now, Anderton Boat Lift, if you've ever been this way. These are fabulous little back lanes. And this is what you do, this is what you do. You go out, you find a nice little pub or a nice little place to eat. We'll just go down a little bit quiet with that woman there. There we go. A couple of dogs, you don't want to scare them, because this is beastly, the sound on it. It is absolutely lovely. I know I keep on going on about it, but that's how excited I am about it. It's just absolutely a lovely sounding bike. Do you know, my NC is 11 out of 10 to ride. This is a 9 out of 10. It is an absolutely lovely bike to ride. And like I say, from first getting onto it to getting onto it now and riding it for an hour or so, how your confidence builds very quickly on it. first you're a little bit weary, and then once you get the feel of it and you get going, it's absolutely beautiful. And it sticks to the road so well. You can see why Dobbsy rides his Triumphs now. You can see why people ride this sort of bike. It is just, like I say, if I had a big enough shed, people, there'd be a number of bikes in it, and I think this would be one of them. And it just, these are windy lanes. These are nice old roads, these. And this bike just swallows them up for fun. It's not even, the suspension on it is fabulous. And big forks on the front of it are swallowing up all them bumps. And it's like little things that you didn't even notice the Bonneville on the top of the clock there. Just the little touches to them is absolutely really good. And I went out on it last night in the dark, and unfortunately my camera pack's in to take pictures. The lighting at night is fabulous on it. It's really well lit. There's no problem at all with it riding at night. The instruments are good. They could do with backlights on these instruments. I think all bikes should head that way, to be honest. Just listen to that burble, people. It's lovely. You know, totally relaxed, totally enjoying this ride. And I wouldn't even have my tunes on in my helmet. You know, if I had this, I'd just listen to the sound of this all the way around wherever I was going. Because this is the best song I've heard on a motorcycle's voice ever, really, for me. Let me know if you think your bike's got a better burble than this one. It's just absolutely fabulous. And do you know something? For me, and I say this about a lot of bikes, but without doubt, if you just pass your test, it doesn't matter that this is a 1200cc bike. This bike will easily allow you to ride it without any sort of threatening behaviour on it. It's not going to tear your arms off, it's not going to scare you, because you're not going to ride it that way. But you're going to learn how to ride all the best lanes wherever you go. Do you know, I've watched quite a few videos on the Speedmaster 1200 now, and the one thing I'll say, there's very, very few negatives. There's very few negatives. Slow speed, like I say, the weight of this bike, forget the weight about it, people. When, you know, forget the MCN stats about the weight of it, because you don't feel it. You really don't. You don't feel it moving it around in the garage. You don't feel it moving it around the petrol station. You don't feel it riding it. The weight is so low down. And even if you dropped it, it won't fall over that far. It really won't. It's so low to the ground. really easy to deal with at low speed. This bike is so easy at low speed to deal with. It's so planted. As I say, for me at the beginning when I first got on it, with my feet forward, never ever used to that at all. Now it's just, it's like I've been riding it 20 years. It's like it's just part of me. It's just untrue. And you know, I'd be on my NC, I'd be tearing myself down here. This just doesn't make you want to do that. Very easy to control. Now, I'd be interested on back brake, Tom. He's owned a Harley. What his view on it will be. Because on the quick conversation I've had with him, he said with his Harley he got backache a lot. And you tend to know when you get on a bike how uncomfortable it's going to be or how comfortable. And honestly, this is just comfortable. I've been in the saddle now 40 minutes and it's I feel like I've just got on it. Right people, we'll come back to you when we get to J&S. Right people, arrived at J&S. My favourite accessory store. If ever you want any sort of gear. And they don't just do motorcycle, they do motocross. They're really, really good. The service is exceptional here. I've had before when I've had a helmet that was broke. Yeah. Hi Tom. Easy rider is an understatement. Absolutely lovely piece of kit. Have you been here long? Listen to that. What do you think? Say again.
Nearly as clean as mine.
Nothing's as clean as yours. You said you'd done what, 274 miles? Oh, that's a proper, that's the dirtiest I've ever seen your front mudguard. Where did you go?
That's been 3 rides out.
Has it?
About 600-700 miles.
Where have you been?
All over bloody Wales.
Have you?
Shropshire.
That's what you need to do. What do you think?
That's low, isn't it?
It is low. It's surprisingly comfortable. Have a sit on it. It is surprisingly comfortable. That seat on it.
That looks comfy.
Oh, it just.
God, it's so tiny.
I tell you, that's heavier than our bike. Yeah, it's like it took me a little while to get used to these swooping back handlebars. Yeah, because I've never ridden one with them, and the front facing brakes and gears. But the what? It is when you stood still, but when you get going, there's nothing in it. Really does. Oh, I tell you what, everything about it is just untrue.
That stands good, isn't it?
Yeah, get down to it easy. That's the thing I like about it as well. To be honest, there's not many negatives on it across the board. That's just knock you off there. Right, so me and Backmate Tom, we're just going to have a ride down the lanes. May get out to Rivy Bar. Not been out there, he's never been there. So we'll go down the lanes of Northwich and Antrobus. We'll give his NC a bit of a workout, although he's already given it a good workout. And I've took you out here many times before. On the hill there is Budworth Church. Really, which will be going through that little village shortly. A lovely little quaint little village, a lovely little pub in there. It's like old Britain. And then you've got Budworth Lake on the left hand side, where there's a sailing lake. I used to sail in there many years ago. So sailed lasers, toppers, fireballs, 505s, many different boats, lots of fun. I wouldn't like to land in the water now though, it's a bit cold. So we'll just take Tom down the back lanes. Never been up here, come up here one day. As you can see, lovely old little quainty village this. It's like Midsummer Murders, isn't it? Great Budworth post office. Lovely old Tudor houses. That's a lovely pub there. The George and Dragon. And again, this is what this is for. This is what this bike is for. And we'll go past one of my favourite little cafes. Getting Tom out into the wilderness of Northwich and Antrobus. Another scrambler there. It is an absolutely sublime bike to ride, people. It really is. You enjoying it, Tom?
Hey?
Enjoying it?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, it's not bad. Little back lanes.
Yeah, they're rough though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. Bit bouncy, aren't they? They don't fix them anymore though in this country. And this is going under the Bridgewater Canal, people. Oh, you just listen to that. Oh. Every tunnel you could ever get the opportunity to put this bike in and rev it, do it. Because you'll have such a big smile on your face. Oh, what a beautiful bike. And if you like your French, the bowling. no, Bohème, a French restaurant. It's been there many, many years. Very high quality food in there, with a high quality price to go with it, but it's worth the money. You pay for what you get, people, unfortunately, in this life. And this butcher's has been there for many, many years, Howards. And Trafford Hospital on the left. Go up to the left and turn left again, and you're in Trafford Hospital. Where's Tom? Oh, there he is. And it's a nice little, to be honest, it's nice if you've never been in these areas that you get around in them and see them. And to be fair, they haven't really changed much around here. A few houses have gone up, not much. Well, this used to be the Urmston Girls' School. Now it's a massive, well, the sports centre's always been there, but that looks as though it's been done up. Used to have a really good swimming bath, so it still has. An absolute fantastic swimming baths in there. The original one was knocked down many years ago. That used to have a diving board in it. I think it had a 5 metre and a 10 metre diving board. And people who are from this area will remember this used to be called Dragon City. So it's a tanning shop now. Wow. This used to be the Curzon Cinema. Now that's gone as well. In the days when you used to have matinees, I used to go in there in the days when you used to go in the cinema and you actually had 2 films played. So you had the film that was before and then the main film. And these are lovely sweeping bends round here. And you can go to the right there, end up at a roundabout and turn left, you end up the same place. Find a little parking space, and there's a few bikes out here today. What do there? Well, we'll put next to one is it is nice. Few bikers here today.
Yeah, chapter.
Yeah, it is a Harley meat calf. This.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They'll probably be going saying, "What's a Triumph and a Honda doing in here?" It's beautiful, isn't it? Cheers. I tell you what I do like about Harley's, the belt drive.
Yeah.
I think it, reading more and more about it. I used to have a GPZ 305 it was, and that was a belt drive. Fabulous. You never had to change anything on it.
No, same with the Buick.
Yeah. Right, people, I'm going to knock you off here. We're going to go in. Low rider I've ever ridden.
Look at this here, brand new, and the slides come out of the cab.
Definitely not for
fucking have one of them. No, the bobber. It's like a bobber with the back seat in it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But it's
Lovely bike to ride.
yeah.
Really lovely bike. Yeah. Do you know it's a bit weird.
Paint's nice. Mind you, these Harleys have nice paint, don't they?
It's a bit weird the way you
Yeah.
ride it.
1,800 quid, my paint.
1800.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what bike have you got? Which Harley have you got?
Street glide.
Street Glide. How long have you had it?
That blue one. About 5 months.
Will you keep it?
Oh no, I'm going up. I'm on a ladder. You're on a ladder when you you start off with a small one to get used to them. You
And
can't
build
go
up.
in and get a fucking big massive one. It's not like riding a Honda or out like that. They're completely different. You've got to.
Have I had one?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah,
had
you've
a-
got to know how to balance, haven't you?
I've
You've
had
got
a
to.
Harley and I've had a Buell.
Yeah, you've got to be good at
XB12S.
slow riding, or you're not going to fucking last.
Yeah, I was amazed
Yeah.
because that's the first low rider I've ridden.
nice.
I've always been on sports and
Yeah.
enduro, and that's 236 kilograms, and I can't believe how light it is when you're riding it and how light it is when you come to stop.
It's sort of not mine. You get it up and you go, well,
Because
Yeah,
yours
same
is heavy,
gravity
isn't it?
375 kilo.
Yeah.
I mean, I dislocated my shoulder a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, stopping it from falling over, which you should never do.
Let it go.
Because you should
Yeah.
just let it go, because it's got the crash bar
crash
on
bar,
it.
yeah.
And I went,
It's
no,
automatic.
and I went, click.
You
It's,
ain't going to stop it, are
it's
you?
automatic, isn't it?
It's a street glide.
What's your name?
Oh, Craig Morgan.
Hi Craig, pleased to meet
How
you
you
Craig,
doing,
I'm
mate?
Paul. So this is your beauty.
Yeah, yeah. Got it about 5 months. It's an absolute darling to ride.
So how long you been on Harley
Oh,
altogether?
about
now?
2 years.
2 years. So what have you come from?
Suzuki 1250.
Oh, have
Yes.
you?
Yeah. So
It's
I've come from nearly killing myself to almost killing myself.
Do you
No.
find though the talk in them a lot?
They're all talk, yeah. And they're all talk and no punch.
Is it the talk on it? Is it progressive or is it like your shoulders are going out on it?
No, this is stock.
Yeah.
It's not got stage 1 on it, and it's progressive. But when you put stage 1 on it, it'll be instant.
Right.
It's an 1868cc engine. I know, it's bigger than my car.
What's the road tax on it?
I don't know. I don't care.
Just-
If you
just-
worry about things like that, you shouldn't own a
that's
Harley.
it. That's it. That's the thing with it.
Petrol, shouldn't worry about it.
I
It does well. It did about 260 miles on a tank.
What size tanks in that now?
Big. I think it's about 5.5 gallon, I think. something like that.
Because the old ones weren't they? The old ones used to be split. The oil used to be on one side, and the petrol
One
used
big
to be.
one now.
Yeah, so it's one
This,
tank.
this is added on the top.
So
I don't
this
know
is
why they have
liquid
this now,
cool. This
because
one,
there's
isn't
no
it?
use for that.
Right.
But
Buy one of these, I can
it's-
sell mine and come on the back of you.
yeah. There's all kinds of things you can add to this still. I mean, you can put, this is a stock seat.
Yeah.
You can add one of them in here.
Backrest, yeah.
Backrest, that's right. Backrest, straight in there for your back.
Do you find you get backache?
No,
You don't.
I
so
don't. And I've got arthritis in the spine,
right.
and I've got
Could-
backache at all.
How do you
It's,
find that? Because that, for me, that
Wonderful.
I could imagine it keeps all the wind off you.
You see, you've got your clocks here for your speedo and your rev counter, but you've also got
Sat
a
nav.
digital speedo here as well.
Oh right, okay.
Show me this.
I mean, the build quality on them are fantastic, aren't they?
Oh,
They just
yeah.
remind me of the wagons in America. That don't they? The dash on it.
Everyone
It's just-
moves out of the way when you're in this. Oh, see that's.
See you guys, have a nice weekend. See you all day.
Miles per hour, digital, but it has everything on it. Check your oil, even checks your
What's your service intervals on them then? And what the cost of servicing on them?
servicing for this is about 3,500
That's not bad for a big.
for about every 5,000 miles.
Yeah. Do you do it yourself or do you have it
Oh
done?
no, I send it. I don't touch this at all.
You let them.
The only thing I've done to this is put that sticker on it. That's it. I don't mechanically. Oh, the sticker and that. It comes with a massive bloody bendy aerial, but I've just put one of them on instead.
Instead,
Yeah.
the paintwork on Harley, so
This is unbelievable.
one of the
This
best,
is,
aren't they?
It's like
And
you've
you've
blue. This.
you've had
that
that
like
painted as well. You had that one done. Or is that
It comes like that, but you've got to pay extra for this.
I mean, pinstriped
Two-tone
as well, isn't it?
pinstripe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's beautiful. Polishes up lovely.
Yeah, fab.
Decent headlight.
LED as well, LED all the way
yeah,
round.
well, this is the last. This is one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Before they brought the new one out.
Yeah.
This year, this is the new one.
I was
my
looking
mate's
at.
just got this.
I've got to be honest. I've never been a favour of them front dashes, but I prefer that dash
yeah.
than this.
Well, everything is on this.
Yeah.
Everything that you need, and it's amazing.
It's like even the mirrors, though. We never even noticed they're electronic mirrors as well, aren't they?
Oh, these are.
Yeah,
Use them by hand. They're just the same as mine. You use them
Right.
by hand. They're good, and you can direct the air towards you or take it off. The seat, it's got gel seat in these, isn't it?
Yeah. I called in the other week, and I've got a video out when I called into the depot there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, the people, women as well, a lot of women, which is great riding them.
There's a lot more women riding Harleys now than there ever used to.
I think it's because they're low as well, isn't it? It's because they're low and because they're easy to.
It's because they're accessible.
Yeah.
People think you need tons and tons of money to own a Harley. You don't.
No, I've seen.
You can get them on PCP, and you put as much deposit down as you want.
Well, my bike, I'm like Tom. I've got an NC750. Is my main bike that I ride, and I love it. That's PCP. It's a no-brainer because people can get to.
You can change.
Yeah, 2 years halfway through it, you can write and throw it and get something else. Because you think about it,
I know.
if you go and buy your bike outright, how many of us keep our bikes for life?
You don't.
We don't. We get rid of them.
It's very, very
so
rare.
No, I think PCP, the way they've done that, is fantastic because it keeps dealers open.
PCP at Harley Davidson is really good, really easy. Rob, the main guy there at Manchester Harley Davidson.
So what would that cost you on a PCP? Say if you, I would have thought you'd have to put about $5 grand down, wouldn't you? Yeah. But
No. Put about £500 deposit if you want. And,
yeah, your balloon payments.
It's all about how much deposit you put down.
Yeah, I mean, I put
how much
your payments are.
Monthly are.
Yeah, it's your final balloon payment, isn't it? I'm the same. I pay as little as they can as a balloon.
That's £300 a month.
That's cheap. That is cheap for that.
I hope you are not trying to scratch.
That's a piece of crap anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm not leaning on it because it might fall over. No, it's beautiful, this mate. It's got a beautiful paint job. And
The problem is you're going to have to get it home and polish it again.
Bigger engine. Do you know what? You don't have to polish them. I have a two-sided rag. One's magic cloth and one's like big, thick, fluffy. And you just go over it with that, and it comes up like that.
To be honest, even though they're a big old bike, they look quite easy to actually clean.
They are.
Do you know what I mean?
These come off.
Pannier.
These come off and you can get to your back wheel.
So what size panniers are they? What do they?
These are the new ones. These are bigger than mine.
Now that
In my previous one, I never took out this out.
No,
never.
the thing about it is as well, it's now, isn't it?
That's,
you get on, if you get on the big GSs and that with the big metal boxes, you're really blocked.
That's another one.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Meeting you, mate.
Come up and see you again.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Never know.
Next Saturday.
Never
and
know.
Then, after that, we're at the dealership.
And I'll have a ride up there.
Nick comes back with a butty bar.
Well, I went up there, done a video in there. I've done, and it's keeping you alive as well, isn't it? Keeping them going. That's what it's about.
Keeping me out of trouble. That's what I'm doing.
Ride it and be safe on it. Right, we'll get off and carry on. Right, you lovely people. I thought Tom's never been to Rivy Bar, so we'd take him up to Rivy Bar, and then the bike's going to have to more or less go back. But before we get there, I'll take him down a lovely little road which will put a big candy smile on his face. We'll turn at the smithy, and it's probably for me one of the best roads. It's just absolutely fabulous. It's just a shame I haven't got the bike. Look at that for views, by the way, people. Looking over Manchester and the northwest. So we're going to go right here. Bob Smithy's, really nice pub. Used to be one of my locals, this. And Walkerfold Road, for anyone who wants to know the name of it. And if you've got a bike, come and ride it, because this is a biker's road. Fast or slow, you will love it. And this is what riding's about. It lowers your blood pressure. Look at the views over the top there. And they get better. It takes all the stress away. And the scenery is just to die for. Not been to that cafe yet. Got good write-ups on it though. So can you imagine yourself on a speed triple, a Speedmaster 1200? Could you imagine yourself on a Speedmaster 1200 riding down this road? How happy would you be? Look at the views, people. Absolutely immense. Slow it down, watch this cyclist where he's going. Try and give him a bit of space there. There we go. I am absolutely amazed how well this bike rides. I really had dilemmas thinking riding it I would really have backache. It would be okay. It's better than okay. This would be a bike that you would just love. You imagine if as well the Yorkshire Dales going out, plodding along, taking in the scenery. And me and Tom were going to do Wales today, but a bit of a change, we'll do that another day. This goes down onto the 666 and then we follow that up. And this is the problem, time just flies by on these bikes. Really hope you've enjoyed this bit of a video. You know, my honest review of this. It's a bike I would buy. And when I say as time goes on, would I change and get a lighter bike? This bike would be absolutely fabulous to ride, because even though it's heavy, it's not. Now, average speed cameras all the way along here, so if ever you come out here, it was a renowned hotspot for people like me when I was younger, going silly speeds along it before the cameras were put up, and unfortunately quite a few who couldn't handle the bikes or got it wrong didn't come out the other side. And as you get older, you just appreciate the views even more, to be honest. The speed disappears, just the enjoyment of riding sets in. And this, if you follow this road, you can go all the way to Blackpool and beyond. It's some lovely lanes down the back there. That's Winter Hill for people who want to know. And you could do with someone like, there's a YouTuber that I watch called Bimblism. Really entertaining guy. Really goes into the history of places. He could do with coming out this way. And here we go. This is Rivington. A walker's paradise. I think Tom will absolutely love this. And that's what you see, a lot of trail bikes up here. And you can see how well this bike just feeds into the corners. And they've easily pulls up this road. This is third gear. The views as you go around the bend at the top, absolutely immense. A while since I've been up here, so there's been some adaptations there been put in place. And you just lean with the bike. You just flow around the corners on it. It's absolutely a doddle to ride. Like I say, a brand new rider could get on this. Someone who's just passed his test. And quite easily. Munch miles on it and have loads of fun. And this is part of it, what you come over to see. The views over the northwest. Lovely twisty and windy roads. And this bike just absorbs the bumps really easily. That's a Reebok centre straight ahead, probably camera can't show it. And if you've never ridden this road to Rivington Bar, you need to do it, people. It's immense. Well, it's definitely going to be a long video. I think 2 parts to this by the looks of it. place to break down. I just forgot how good this road is. Keeping an eye on our Tom there where he is. And roads have not been up yet down there, not been round there. Must try and see where they turn out. And even though these roads are quite a bit bumpy, this bike hovers over them well. That big front wheel on it makes a massive difference to it. I bet that house will go for a fortune round here. So we're now at Rivy Bar. For people that have never been here, this used to be a massive bikers meet up here in the day. Massive walkers paradise, dog walkers and walkers. And this Speedmaster 1200 does it with ease, with a lovely tune. Rivington Hall there, and that will need some money to keep that heating on this winter. What a lovely place though. Now will there be many bikes here? It seemed to the last couple of years since after COVID, it seems to have died off a bit, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, so that's good. That's closed off as well. Tom, even that,
Pile of shit, isn't it?
it closed off for weddings. Let's see if I can remember this other place. Come on. And I've got to be dead honest, people. A lot of cyclists are just so selfish. It's like that. No concern about car drivers of the road. And I'm very sorry, but totally disagree with it. Move over to the left. You know, let vehicles pass. That is just utterly selfish. I mean, for us as bikes can get past there easily. And this is where I think push bikes should have mirrors on them. They should actually be forced to have mirrors so they can see what's behind them. No, absolutely no consideration for anyone else on the road except themselves. Leave it in your comments what you think. Am I right or am I wrong? If you was a cyclist, would you move over? I mean, like I say, for me as a bike rider, it doesn't matter because I can get past these at any time I want. But constantly, all the way down this road, these two have just blocked the road. Any vehicle I wanted to pass. But you've got the side. This bike can do it easily anyway. Yeah, it is. This is it. Now Tom will like this up here. Because now our views up here are absolutely to die for. And we normally do a walk around there on the bikes. Some nice horses. Aren't they beautiful, people? Wow. Galloping horses. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Normally a bike up here. There it is. It's still here. There we go. There we go, people. Look at the views. The views are absolutely to die for. So don't say I don't take you on the best places. We come up here on the ADV. If you've not seen that video, and how good is that? I wish the GoPro could see it like I could, or even better, like someone who's 20 or 30 years old, their eyes. It's absolutely stunning. It really doesn't get much better, people, does it? The Reebok Centre right down there. Now this road is rough, people. It is really, really rough. And this bike's going over it for fun. I know my voice is a bit shaky, but and that's Winter Hill. And it's I've been down here in snow, in rain, and it is a wonderful little road. There's our Tom. But the secret is just take your time on it, unless you're on an Enduro or an Africa Twin. But as you can see, it just becomes a fabulous place. And try and use your back brake more than your front here. And this bike does it so well. These are deep pits, people. Oh, it's a lot busier than I thought it'd be. You literally can ride this bike at walking speed. It's just and I can tell you now, you go further up than this, it gets even worse. Thank you. There we go, people. We're at probably one of the nicest spots in Bolton and Norwich, and this is normally nice and quiet, and there's normally a little dog that always comes out to actually steal from you. Did you like that? It's a bit worse than Hollybush Lane, that. Yeah, it'll be fine, that. You're on stone. Well, we've just had a lovely brew there. And it's normally really peaceful up here. That's the busiest I've ever seen it. So it looks like old scouts and things like that. But this bike, honestly, look at this. It just... And this, people, is... I weren't going to take this up... Well, I'm not going to take up Hollybush Lane, but this is much worse than Hollybush Lane. Thanks, mate. And it just, honestly, it just absorbs it. It's just fabulous. I mean, like anything, you wouldn't treat like a scrambler. Just low speed. And low speed on it, it's so easy to ride. Honestly, where I point that tyre, it just rides beautifully. Right, people. We're just going to... we've had a good ride on her. My gloves are slipping off there. Let's just see. Is that not moving? There we go. Let's fill her up. Replacing that fuel. E5, E10. So we'll put some E5 in it. It takes both E5 and E10. But I'm not being funny. You'll have been very kind to give me the bike. And this bike don't deserve cheap fuel. It's only a 12 litre tank, so it shouldn't actually take that much. £12.10 for a day's riding, people. £12.10. Where can you go riding a bike and have that much fun for that little money? Well, let's go and pay for it. I'll tell you what, Tom. How much to fill yours? £10. Oh, bloody still! Why do you always beat me on filling up your bike, you?
I came away on half a tank.
Yeah, but we've done a good 100 miles.
Yeah, but I mean, I've only just, you know, I've
Just
actually done miles on that
yeah.
half a tank.
These never run out.
I love them.
You can't ever run out of petrol in the NC. I can't believe that. He's beat me again. Every time I come out with him. Every time I come out with him. He gets more to the gallon than I do. Maybe he's a better rider than me. Right, people. That's my time up on the Speedmaster 1200, and what a bike. Honestly, if ever you get the chance to come and ride one, or you're even luckier to get to come and buy one, you will not regret it. It's a fabulous bike. It is by far one of the best bikes I've ever ridden. It's exceeded my expectations by massive amounts. I've loved every single minute of riding this bike. Every minute. There's Jordan. What a bike. Oh, I weren't going to. Absolutely fabulous. Never thought I'd like a low rider, and I couldn't believe how well it rides at low speeds. No weight, no weight in it at all. It's absolutely. That's gone, hasn't it? Yeah, absolutely fabulous, Jordan. I regret giving you that back. You don't have to. Love it. I think anyone that bought one of them, they would not ever regret buying it.
I've sold 4 of these in the last 2 months.
Yeah, I could understand why. Because I really thought, I've had a full day on it today, I really thought I'd get backache on it after a couple of hours. Not at all.
Do you relax into it? I've been in an armchair.
Oh, it's a point over 60, you need to put a screen on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not that bike, is it? It's not for that. I mean, like I say, we've done Rivington Bar, we've done Northwich. It's just been, and I filled it up with E5, not the cheap stuff. So you've got a full tank of E5 in there, not E10. Thank you again. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah. I would love to have that in my garage. I would. I like the speed. 400 speed, but
Yeah, it's night and day, isn't it, really?
yeah, it's quite bizarre, the actual the power on it, because it's not threatening. It's not massive torque, but it's just got torque. Bit grumbly is whatever gear, but it's just nice. It's a nice grumble to it. It's just, yeah, I've never rid anything like it. Really impressed. Thank you.
I'll wheel her away.
Okay.